Hello, everybody. This is Eliz-Sha Keating from WisdomSeekers.net, and we're here today with Sabie. Say hello, Sabie.
Hello, everybody.
And Maddie. Say hello, Maddie.
Hi. On the spot.
We're just yes. That's my power, my superpower. But what we're going to do a bit of chit chat, and we will answer a few spirit questions. They can be spiritual questions, they can be private questions, just not too private, you remember. And we're going to mix it up. We're going to talk and we'll answer questions. Talk and answer questions. We will do first come, first serve, I believe. We're not going to.
We don't mind, Eliz-Sha, if somebody wants a card from either one of these decks.
Yeah, no, I was going to make you work too. I don't make everybody work. but yeah, so but in the meantime, until people realize that we're on, we will ask, oh, hey, Jennifer. It's always good.
She's been on a lot lately.
Yeah, it's nice to have her on.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like family, right? So, do you know what we did do? We spent so much time chit-chatting that we forgot to talk about, hey, Tay-Tay, we forgot to talk about what we're going to talk about. So I'm going to do this. Maddie and I were talking about a retreat that they have in the next city over, and it's a Buddhist retreat it's a 3-day retreat where you go in and you just very quiet, lots of meditation and everything, but you can't talk for 3 days. And we're thinking we were going to take Sabie and we were going to go.
Hold it. You never told me you couldn't talk for 3 days.
I did say that the one that Tom's going to, you can't talk at all. They're really.
Oh, I know that's a 10-day one, but you never mentioned anything about no talking for 3 days.
That'd be hard.
I'm gonna have to practice to get into that one.
I don't think that's going to happen. but they're not as severe or regulated as the one in Merritt. There's a lot more. I think it's during the meditation quiet, but at supper time, I think you're allowed to talk.
Well, there's food. I'm good with that.
Yeah. Have you ever been to an ashram?
I've been in an ashram. I've never spent any great amount of time in one.
So you've never eaten the food in an ashram?
No.
You're always selling us on this, Eliz-Sha.
Yeah, so far so good.
The rest of it's fun, but the food.
Awful food, no talking.
No salt.
We're in.
Very little spices. All vegetables. No fat.
Outside of the no spices, I could probably do that okay.
But we went when my kids were young, and my middle daughter, she's quite a foodie, right? She says very loudly in the cafeteria, "Mom, this food sucks." Hey, Mama B. Mama B has a question, and it says, "How many months do you see me moving before she moves to a new apartment?" How about you take that one, Maddie? Because you've got the cards. You can pull out the cards and ask them.
I will.
And while you're doing that, I am going to do. I'm hoping I'm not going to screw things up, so maybe I won't. I'm very scared. I want to go into YouTube and open it up, but I think I'll wait because I'm a little afraid I might mess it up. Okay. So when I go into Facebook, I have to find the right page, and I have to find the right group. And
Funny, can you say page? And
yeah,
what comes with page?
The page of what?
Page of Earth.
Earth.
Earth. So what does that mean?
I'm getting to that in a second.
What deck is that, Maddie?
It is Colette Barron reads the Good Tarot.
Okay. They're very nice.
Yes, they're beautiful cards. Beautiful.
I like her, actually.
I do too. So the page of Earth. So anyways, the months that came to my mind was 3.
Okay.
And the page of Earth says commitment to prosperity, first signs of tangible success, undeniable evidence that hard work will pay off, dreams grounded in reality, start of a new project. Everything starts with a plan, and I am beginning to see results generate prosperity. I am a doer. I get to make my own decisions. I have the ability to attract what I need. So that would kind of
So
go.
you said 3? You got 3?
Yeah.
So
That's kind of what I felt, is that within 3 months, she's going to find something.
could it possibly be March, which is the 3rd month?
Or maybe that, yeah. That's always the possibility, right?
Yeah, because I know she asked this question a while ago, and I think I got March back then. So that's why I'm saying, is it March, which is the 3rd month?
Well, it could be 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, right?
Yeah, and I also got it would be the end rather than the beginning. So it could be, 3-3. Okay, and so Tati says, I have noticed a slight positive shift in my energy, and I was wondering if there's anything positive coming towards me in the near future. That's Tati is Jennifer's daughter, Sabie. She's the lady with all the animals.
Ah, there's certainly something positive coming. The shift in the energy, we're all feeling that. We're all feeling that. They're unfortunate. Well, I mean, kind of the call of the universe. There's a bit of unsettled energy, not necessarily negative, but not positive either, which always causes a disruption within us. Although I do see some really positive things in the future, as in like a job, like something, a personal gain for her, some sort of personal gain, a job, something she has been striving towards.
Yeah, Tay-Tay's very highly, she empathic, really powerful empathic. So that makes sense. And I think the way the energy is moving, there's going to be more need for people like us. However it will work, I'm not sure, because not everybody's going to be a psychic, right? So
more and more people, though, are becoming more open-minded towards this type of thing. People like us,
I think
different ways of thinking, not so rigid, right?
Yeah, I think so, because more and more of us or less and less of us need to cross your palm with silver, right?
Mm-hmm.
The energy moving, which is actually a truth. It is a good idea to have an energy exchange, or else the universe will not answer properly. Believe it or not, the universe can be a bit of a, well, I won't say what I think of it.
You're kidding, right?
I would, of course I
I also think people are paying more attention to their intuitions too, though. They're getting more intuitive.
More and more people. And again, I was reading an article about numerologically, 2023 is another year of awakening. And I don't know how many people woke up last year.
A lot.
I think a lot too, yeah.
But I think it's exponentially larger this year.
I notice it even at my workplace, that more and more people are asking me, because they kind of know that I'm a spiritual person and that type of thing, that they're coming and asking me a lot of questions, right, about those types of things.
And it's not just that, right? How many people come up and say, what do you think of my boyfriend? Is he going to propose? And that's the next word.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
No,
and I know
even when I talk about my meditation and stuff, and I don't know, I can't remember, I was someplace, but a lady came up to me and she says, "You smell amazing." She goes, "Are you wearing essential oils?" So we kind of started talking about that, which led into crystals, which led into my meditation. She's like, "Oh my God, she's going to get the name of your group and join."
Oh, sweet. But you also, something that I find amazing is that you did a meditation in the school, in the middle school, right? I thought that was amazing. Tell us about that.
That was amazing. It was, I really wasn't knowing what to expect from the kids, right? Because they were 13 to 15, maybe 12. My granddaughter was there and she's 12, and she brought a couple of her friends, and there was about 3 or 4 other kids and a few of the adults, and yeah, they actually laid quiet, and I know that they listened to their meditation, because afterwards Angie, the young lady that was with me, gave everybody a quartz crystal, rose a heart.
Oh, nice.
To pass around, and just to say their name and what color their dragon was or something, right? She goes, just another word or something. So, and they all, as they passed the crystal around, they all had a different color for the dragon. So in my mind, they actually did pay attention to my meditation, because they wouldn't have each had on a separate color for the dragon, right?
And for a while there, people were coming out with pink dragons, and I was, well, that's really cool.
Oh, these kids had like shimmering ones, glittering ones, glowing ones.
Oh, wow.
And honestly, the bigger the imagination, the better it is.
It was awesome to hear.
Yeah. So, and that of all the things, because I know you're really, the last couple months, you've really got into the local scene big time, but of all the things you're doing, that excited me the most.
Yeah, me too. And the fact that I'll probably have the opportunity to go back and do it again, because the ladies that run the program, well, they weren't sure what to expect. All they said is, you better not be pushing religion on them.
Well, with spirituality, it's like Buddhism. It's not a religion, it's a way of life.
When one of the elders came in and was going to give a meditation, and all of a sudden started talking Catholicism and God, and stuff like that. She is like that. So after I was finished, she's like, "Oh," she said, "it was just like story time." She said it was a little journey. Like, she said,
it's lots of fun.
So the possibility of going back and doing it again is quite good.
Oh, I hope so, because it's good for the children.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that I disbelieve in religion, but I do think that should come from the family.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a question, but first of all, Tate says, "Thank you. I'll look forward to whatever is coming towards me." And
it's something good. It's really something you have been trying to achieve or manifesting. It's
for years. She's been working through crap for years, and unfortunately, many people have been working through crap for years. So Jennifer has a question that I'm going to leave it open. So I'll both you, Maddie, you shuffle, and Sabie, you go, because it's a big one. Jennifer says, and she didn't say which daughter, but will she be able to get away from him with her 8-month-old son without him trying to take the baby? She's worried, and so is Jennifer. Any help, please? Because that at this point, that's a very difficult situation for any parent. And Jennifer goes on to say, "Thank you for the family comment early. That is how I feel about wisdom seekers as well. Love you, ladies." You are family, Jennifer. It's been a journey with us for years now. And Shiva Rajaj. I hope I pronounced that right. Shiva. Okay, I am screwing that up majorly. Elle, how do you say that?
I would say Shivi Rajaj.
Shivi Rajat. That's how my daughter says it. She's usually right. I'm going with that. Okay. Does anybody pick up anything about?
Well, this is the card that I got, the Three of Earth.
Okay. So Earth is a mother, supportive, loving, and caring.
And it says teamwork, building on solid foundations, group efforts, dedicated collaboration. So I assume, from what I'm getting from this, is she's going to get help.
Well, I'm sure Jennifer will bring her into into the home and everything like that.
It says what I am building is grounded in solid foundations, so I know I can trust that it will not slip away suddenly. I am joined by others in coordinating efforts to bring forth what we have chosen to co-create. The architecture of my dreams is becoming tangible, taking shape before me, and I share my joy and pride with my partners and supporters, teachers and students. We are all learning, growing, and building collaboratively.
So basically, what you want to do, Jennifer, is write down everything that happens, good and bad, date it. If you have and the positive and negative, because if you go just negative, the judge will throw it out the window. But with you do it from a balance point perspective, and then they're more likely to have the judge come on your side. What do you something, Sabie?
I actually did get a positive outcome on this. I do see that there is going to be a big struggle. I do see a lot of support, not just your family. I'm thinking possibly agencies, something like that.
Yeah, I was getting that too.
Friends and family are always there, right? I see more support coming in from the outside and helping you. I do believe it's going to be a bit of a struggle, not going to lie to you, but you're tough, you're strong, and you love that child, and you want a different way of life, and I see it for you.
Yeah.
It's not going to be overly easy, but you can do it.
And I've gone through struggles with parents, do the same struggle with parents, and it took a long time, and it took a little bit of intervention from the universe to get it, but it worked out.
Yeah. And that's where I see this ending up, is in a very positive outcome.
So again, another thing that I would suggest you do strongly is ask the universe, not for the best outcome, but the best outcome for you and the baby, your daughter and the baby. Because and what will happen, probably happen, is that she will get the baby most of the time, and he will get the baby part of the time, probably, depending. But the more time you have with the baby, the healthier it will be for the whole family. Okay, so Kim Garcia, greetings. And how many months will DR, my ex-Libra, reach out for me?
I instantly got 4 to 5.
What did you get, Sabie?
They're going to play it tough, and maybe 4 to 5, but they're waiting for you.
And Libras are really good at balancing out the energy, honestly. The Libras, like I'm a Libra, they're really good at stepping back and watching the energy move and not doing things.
Yeah.
My question is, do you want an ex? And if he does reach out to you, will it be for the reasons you want him to reach out to you? And so be careful what you ask for, because you may get it. Okay, Jennifer says her daughter lives with her right now, but he lives here as well. I knew it was coming, but she didn't want to listen to me. Of course, kids never listen to their parents. My kids are in their 30s. They still only listen when they feel like it. She loves him, but she knows he doesn't want to change. Clearings don't work. The other option is love him unconditionally, see that he is who he is, and accept that. If she does that, the chances are more likely he will move out on his own. The more unconditionally she can love him, more likelihood is that he will make a decision that is wise. The less pressure you put on him, like change, the more resistance. So if you don't put resistance in there, he's going to go, well, why am I bother staying here? And then he moves on out. And that's a way of being. It's harder, but it's worthwhile. It will take time, but it's simpler. Okay. Anybody got any comments on my life lesson?
I think that is probably the best. Well, there's typically battles going on. People tend to stay because they want to win.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's our ego. We have to win. It's like people don't want to admit that they're wrong because their ego says, "Oh, then you appear weak."
Yeah, or silly.
Yeah.
Right.
So if there's no resistance, there's no reason to stay. So tell her to tell him she loves him every day. What do you think, Maddie?
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, and it sounds like she does love him. It's just an unhealthy situation.
Well, it could be. I don't know. Maybe the more that she does what you say, then he'll change on his own to, somebody that she wants to have around her baby.
Yeah, she says, if you can tell me, do you see
I forget, he'll grow.
Yeah, he might, but he's got an abusive mother from what she's saying. Jennifer says, if you can tell me, do you see a time frame for her working it out? She's worried his abusive mother may help him get the baby. Thank you very much.
Well, she will.
There's no
yeah, just start documenting things too. Write everything down. If you can tape it, even better.
Yeah.
But document everything.
Take videos.
See, and what I'm seeing is just the baby being in a safe, healthy environment.
That's why you love him.
Yeah.
Just honest to God.
Yeah.
Unconditional love is the best tool in your toolbox. Anyhow, we have two questions here. And alphabet VS. I don't get that, but
versus, I think.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty bad. I look at things and I go, what the heck? I don't get it. I don't like poetry either because I don't like to have to think about something. I want it in black and white. So will I hear back from my mom before the end of the year? And she hasn't talked to her for, I think if I remember correctly, it's been a few years.
Have you guys done anything to work towards talking to each other and reconciling? I guess if you have that, then there's a possibility I'm getting. Otherwise, probably not. Is what I'm getting.
I'm getting the feeling that Mom wants to, but there's some sort of stubbornness,
ego,
holding it back. And unless I kind of get the feeling, unless she keeps extending, ain't nothing going to happen.
So alphabet needs to extend rather. I think the mother is very old energy and has a hard time shifting and changing. So if you want her to be part of your life, you need to put the ego back. And again, if you were listening to the unconditional, you need the unconditional. That is, again, the best tool in your toolbox. And then when it hurts, you step back and go, Is it me or is it their ego that's in the way? And 99% of the time, you're going to find it's not anything to do with you. It's all to do with how they were brought up, how they perceive life, and they may blame you, but it has absolutely zero to do with you. Unfortunately, so again, unconditional love is the best in your toolbox.
Did you get a card, Maddie?
Pardon?
I did get the Queen of Water.
Tap into your inner dog.
My daughter made a comment before you go on. She says, tap into your inner dog. They just love you. I like that. The Queen of Water. What does it mean, Maddie?
Compassion, emotional security, generosity, love, self-care, healer. So pretty much what you just said. Look after yourself and put unconditional love out there, and
that's it. That's the answer, folks.
Well, there's a little bit more, but I just thought that read the main parts.
Yeah, and that's good. So QS says, is Marella trying to be all nice to me just to move in with me into my apartment? I don't know if she's trying to buy me off. What do you get, Sabie? And I got the same thing. So
I kind of think they answered their own question.
I think so. What do you get, Maddie?
Do not
do not pass go.
Just say no.
Yeah, just say no. Trust your instinct. Your instinct, if your heart goes stutter, doesn't feel right, trust yourself.
And that's what I was just saying. People got to trusting their intuition more. So what you just follow what your heart is telling you.
And it's really, thank you for that introduction. It's perfect because I really want to say this all today. Everybody I'm talking to lately, I keep getting, trust the universe. Allow the universe to work things out. So we have this problem. We have a vision of what it's going to be. We've got step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. The universe comes in and says, okay, let's do step 1. Let's do A. Let's do C. Let's go 3. Okay, let's step back to 1. Okay, we're going back to 4. And guess what? The universe comes out with the right answer if you trust it. And what were you going to say, Sabie? Because I know you've got good comments.
No, I was just going to say it's like being in a dryer, to be honest with you, because we as human beings like to plan things. Right? Okay, we're going to start at A and we're going to end up at D, and then our life is going to be fulfilled. Ha ha ha. We're going to put you through the spinner. Yeah. And they're lessons learned. You come out better at the end of it. It's kind of tough in the middle, but I think we learn lessons from all these things that we go through. And right?
Life does get easier, not necessarily better, but it gets easier. What are you going to say, Maddie?
I'm going to say, yes, life can change in a freaking heartbeat. Like I said, if somebody would have told me 2-3 years ago that my life would be where it is right now, I would have called them crazy.
And they might have been right 2 or 3 years ago. But a lot of hardships right now because we're going through a time of chaos, and pretty well everybody that's on the spiritual path knows that we're moving from the 3rd dimension into the 5th. But going into the 3rd dimension means we cannot take our crap with us. Anything that does not vibrate at a 5th level cannot go. So if we don't let go of our crap, we can't go. Trust me, you want to go. And people have asked me, what's it like in the 5th dimension? I don't know. I just know it's better than the 3rd.
It's an advancement.
Yeah. I do
know.
Everything
that I have heard, it's just no war, love. Everything is plentiful for everybody. Nobody is in need. Nobody is in want.
Yeah. And that's because people who got there have got the basic lessons under their, not basic, to be here on earth. We are going for our doctorate of living. And so if we get to the other side, we are what people would class as masters. You know, you call an apple in because you want an apple, you get an apple. You need a place to sleep, you go, boom, there's a place to sleep. But again, it's trusting the universe to do it.
Astral traveling is supposed to really start increase with people too.
Oh, you know, when I was really drugged, I kept falling out of my body. It was not fun. I'm sitting there hanging onto the edge of my bed going, I don't want to fall out of my bed because I thought I was going to. Yeah, that was not hilarious, let me tell you.
Not at the time.
No. But that drugs do that to me, make me spin. So I'm very hopefully I don't need them much longer. So Maddie, not Maddie. Oh, hang on. Jennifer says chaos is a good explanation for the energy. I've had chaos in my family life for the past year. Nothing went the way I thought it would. And it's the fact of letting go of how it has to happen, but open ending. So I have watched, there's one of my clients, I've talked to him for years. And I watch him and he's got a specific goal in mind. But when he get to that goal, something happened and he's going somewhere else. It's the same energy, the same kind of thing. Like he wants to be in charge, be the boss of something. But what he was aiming for to be the boss of is shifting, and he's going to be a boss, but of something else. So open-ending it is a better choice. And truthfully, what he's going towards is going to be less drama than the one he was looking at first. So open-end it. Don't have a specific, absolute have goal in mind. Hey, tabernacle.
Oh boy, I haven't heard that word since I was a kid.
Yeah.
It was big in our house.
I learned how to swear in 3 languages, and I prefer to swear in French than in English.
Sounds kind of pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, and it still gives that oomph to it. And it's not, to me, being English is not as vulgar as English swearing or Spanish swearing. Spanish well, they're not as bad as English, actually, but
they kind of are lyrical.
Yeah. So I don't know about you guys, but we haven't got any more questions. And that was pretty intense energy. So I'm going to say, Maddie, draw a card for Sabie.
I'm going to draw this one.
Good.
I'm taking this one from
Messages.
Doreen Virtue's
All right.
magical messages from the fairies.
You do look really good, though, Sabie.
Thank you. I brushed my hair.
Oh, that one just blew.
Yeah, I got mine washed today. Unfortunately, I'm back to being indisposed. I have one arm. So Al's washing my hair for me.
Okay, so I pulled new home. But I don't think it necessarily means a new home.
No, not a building.
But it does mean exactly that, a new place in your life. That's pretty good.
Yeah, moving is a step in the right direction for you. The fairies are so attuned to the Earth's heartbeat that they can detect changes far before we're aware of them. This card comes to you because the fairies foresee you moving to a new location with positive results. If you ask for their assistance, the fairies can help you with this change, including letting go of your present home. I don't think that's it, though. Financial worries, maybe.
Oh,
and
no,
finding a wonderful new
it
place.
does make sense to me. It makes sense. It's not a home as in a structure building.
No,
It's
yeah.
a place
So
of being.
It says a positive change in your finances, which could allow you to afford a
It's the
better
only
home.
way it could go.
Someone is moving in or out of your home.
That
These
would
are all possibilities. A relationship change. Healing is occurring within your home. Consider a career helping others within their homes, such as feng shui, mural painting, landscaping, or house sitting.
So house sitting, Maddie. To me,
Get the hell out for a while.
house has never been home per se. To me, my comfort zone, my loved ones, that is home to me in my head.
Yeah.
A house is a place I live in, and yeah, I love where I live. It's not going to be living here forever. But to me, home is just that. It's me. So that makes a lot of sense to me.
I think this is what it means, is that you are moving into yourself more comfortably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With some help from some friends.
Can't do it without friends.
You need a pathway. A to B. No.
A, B to Z.
No, this last couple of weeks has I really feel I have been growing, and I feel so much better, positive, clearer. Yeah. So the card makes complete sense to me, Maddie. It really does.
Good. I'm glad. Because I did not get moving as in house moving right off the bat. I was like, no, that's not it.
That either. I don't get that either. I don't feel that the house would, but I've always felt that home is where the heart is, and the heart is the first person in your life that's important should be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So 49% to service to yourself. And you have spent 75% in service to others for years now. So maybe it's about time you look after.
You think?
Tete says, all three of you look lovely. Thank you very much. And now I'm going to put Sabie on the spot. What do you got for Maddie?
Hey.
Maddie, you're in a lot of turmoil right now. I know that. But you're really climbing, and you too are really starting to look after number one, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be hard. You know that. And there's going to be some step backs, but I do see you progressing and growing. And I mean, I've even seen it in these last few weeks with you, like Eliz-Sha says, putting out your meditations in different places, right? This was your goal. Your dream was to be the mystic mama of meditation. And that's where I see you going, right? I do see happiness for you, but before that, I do see a lot of work.
Unfortunately, I don't think there's a person in the world that can come out and say they don't have stuff to do, learn.
Right.
And I don't care who you are. You're breathing, you've got work. But I too have to agree with Sabie. I have seen such a difference in your energy, even since Christmas.
And her look.
Yeah, you're looking
as well. Yeah.
Younger, beautiful.
Yeah. Vibrant.
And then the amount of dinero that you keep winning, I go, oh my God.
Now, do you want to be my wife? Doesn't involve much. Sharing a bank account,
Oh, yeah, little things. Whining and dining.
Yeah. Not even whining and dining, just, I don't know, kind of nice to, it's nice to have the universe go, Yeah, you deserve this.
Yeah.
I
And
would
you do.
kind of like you to touch my hand though, so I could deserve some of it too.
I'll pass it along. I know
We actually
everybody.
have to gamble though, Elijah. I'm always like, damn, Maddie wins what? And then I'm like,
No, but I'm
oh,
even
that's
winning-
right. I
I'm
don't
even
put any
winning
money
on-
into a machine. I don't even buy lottery tickets, for crying out loud.
I
But
do
I'm
buy
even winning
lottery
on-
tickets.
Because I'm even winning on just the little scratches that I get though.
Yeah.
Like I won $200 on one of them, and then I just won $75 on another one. So you don't need to spend a lot. You don't need to go gamble to win.
Yeah.
No, but you actually have to buy a ticket or something. I don't do any of that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even
okay.
think of doing that. Every now and again, I'll see some numbers or something will happen and I'll be like, oh, this is it. I got to go buy a lottery ticket. And so I'll buy it, and I'm the day of the draw, I'm in there, and you know what, that feeling that you have where it's like, this could be the one. This could be the
Yeah,
one. It's like,
I do.
meh.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I buy lottery tickets every week. And the reason I do it, and I'm usually my biggest win, maybe once or twice a year, is $20. The reason I do it is it gives me that dream. I get the chance to dream. Until this morning, I could have dreamt that I dreamt that, oh God, I could have won 26.
That's what I do with the car, with the tickets that I do buy too. Like right until I go in and check them out, I'm just like, what would I do with all that money? This could be the one.
It could be, we could have had, we could
Oh, don't say,
so
what
much
can I
fun.
do with all that money? Say, this is what I'm going to do with that.
Yeah, well, we all have that dream of having that cooperative living place, right? That's still something on my dream,
Mhm.
as long as I don't have to do the work.
Yeah.
So
I don't mind doing the work. I think I've got the energy to do the work. Well, being in the gym as often as I am now, I think that has a lot to do with the change in my look and my energy and my everything.
it's
I'm
part
feeling
of
a
it.
lot better.
but
I'm
it-
feeling healthier. I'm feeling fitter.
Yeah, but that's part of it, but it's also the way you think. Same as the card Sabie got, she's moving into a new house.
Yeah.
You're moving into a new house.
Yeah. Yes.
See, maybe
and
she could be my wife. We'll move into the same house together.
Or you could get a duplex.
Right.
That would be my idea of duplex.
I think we'd make pretty good roommates.
I think we probably would too.
Probably could, yeah. I still prefer duplexes or triplexes.
Yes, well, of course, your own living space is always ideal, but
Yeah.
if you can't, at least having somebody compatible to live with is a bonus.
Having compatible neighbors is really good too. I live in townhouses, and I'm, for the last 10, 15 years, I've really lucked out. I don't know them. They're compatible.
Yeah, yeah. No, that in itself makes sense too, right? And we're really lucky with the new lady that just moved in next door. She's got 2 young boys, so it brings a lot of life into the area. She's got a dog that seems to enjoy being in my yard.
And that's
Which
why
is
we
fine.
only have to make a doorway for the dog.
That, yeah, when she talked about putting a fence in, she talked about having a little gateway for the dogs. So her dog is a big Burmese mountain dog.
Oh, beautiful.
Right. So, she is gorgeous. But she somehow manages to get through that fence every single time.
She likes your Sophie.
Bella.
Bella.
Oh, here, we'll show this off that I dumped water for.
So could you? Oh,
This is
right.
Bella. She doesn't dress like this every day. But that's actually a picture of her imposed onto a regal outfit. She's my daughter's dog, and somebody gave that to her as a gift.
Yeah.
So I did have a little bit of stuff on the moon too. The moon.
Okay, let's just, Jennifer wants to know if there's any chance her family will move through the year. Just a quick yes or no on that one. And I'm not going to answer that one because I'm kind of biased. Or
I feel yes,
okay.
but it's going to be later rather than sooner.
I think anything that happens in the first half of the year will be tailspin with chaos. So you do want to wait until things hopefully calm down. And I think there's a new year beginning in June 21st, is it? I'm not sure, or it's around that time of the year. There's, astrologically speaking, it's a new year. I think from that point on, it might be a little bit more congenial. Okay, what have you got there, Maddie?
I haven't. I'm still waiting for something to fly out.
Well, we seem to agree anyhow on what everybody, we all seem to get the same answers.
Mm.
So
Your desire is within reach. Have faith as everything is working in your favor.
that works. I like that answer.
Mhm.
So I was, what were we were going to say something. You were going to talk about the moon
The
phases.
moon.
The moon.
So we are what, February 9th right now? So we'll start at the 13th. I won't even go back because the past is in the past.
Yeah, can only see it from different view. Actually, you can change it, literally, but I think you have to know that you've changed it to know that you've changed it. That does make sense, honestly.
Yes.
But I remember one of my teachers years and years ago when I was still a sprout, and he was talking about a group of people who had done a dig, and they dug up a Roman floor, and in the floor there was this one tile, and it had a picture. I think it was a picture of warriors. Then they did something, meditation. I don't know exactly, because he wrote in a really highfalutin way, and I had a hard time following his thinking. They went back to it, and it had changed into maidens dancing.
Oh, wow.
So you can change the past. But yeah, I think I'm not exactly sure how to do it, but I do know that our memory of the past is simply that, memory. So if you and the brain doesn't know how to tell the difference between imagination and reality. So if you imagine things differently, your brain thinks that it's different. And so if you want things to change, you want yourself to change, your imagination is a powerful tool. So, like, for instance, Jennifer's daughter, when she imagines that her boyfriend or husband is a different way, then she will see him in a different way, and he may react differently because of it. I don't know that part.
Well,
but
I think so. I think that makes sense because her attitude changes, which he sees, makes him see it in a different way, which calms him the heck down, which
Yeah.
makes him want to change his attitude.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think that makes sense completely.
Uh-huh. And then the trick of accepting people where they're at, because nobody's going to be where you're at, not completely. It's just not possible, not unless it was a twin with exact the same genetics, with the exact same memories. Anyhow, go ahead, Maddie, because I'm starting to wind down a bit.
I'm going to start February 13th, which will be the last quarter moon, which will be in Scorpio. This last quarter moon is all about letting go. Today is not the greatest day to have high expectations of self or others. Perhaps letting go of expectations will be best. Also, let the energy of upcoming days fill your heart with love. Love of self and love of others brings kindness into the world, which we definitely need more of.
Definitely.
And then we go to February 18th. The sun enters Pisces. This is a time of year.
Lots of emotions.
That apparently, yeah. What's that?
Scorpio and Pisces are both water signs.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, don't you love?
This is the time of the year when there is the release of attachments with the inner knowing that there is a time for everything. Explore your inner knowing to discover your spiritual, mystical, creative, and healing path. Do you recall
That's
who
for
you
you,
want?
Sabie.
I know.
You recall who you wanted to be when you were a child? Who did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be a cowgirl.
I was a little bit of everything. I never
I
really
wanted to work with animals. I've always wanted to work with animals.
Yeah, I always thought it was so romantic riding horses and looking after cows. I thought, wow, that's so cool. And I
No, I've
like the outfits too that Dale Evans used to wear with anybody know who she is.
Yes, Roy Rogers' wife.
Yeah, she had the best outfits in the
She
world.
did, didn't she?
Yeah,
Cute little cowgirl outfits
yeah, and you could
with the fringe,
yeah,
Yeah.
and you could ride
Tassels
and still look like a lady. And
right?
so I had no idea what a lady was. But I never made that dream.
I've always worked with animals in one way or another, not maybe necessarily interacted with animals pretty much my entire life.
Yeah,
I don't think there's ever been a time that I haven't had a animal with me or, yeah.
Oh, I know the strays I used to bring home when we were small. Every day, just about a dog, a cat.
You would fit in our family. We had people coming to the door and handing us these animals. We just let Jal Fairman know. He says, "Hey, any messages from my guides towards professional path? Thank you." And he is he's from the Philippines. He's been following us for years.
Hmm.
So
It'll be on Sabie.
yep, they'll be on Savvy. Because I can see it's coming to her.
I'm getting actually some resistance from him on what the guides are trying to show him and guide him, as guides do. and I'm getting some kind of pullback from him personally, kind of going, I don't think this is right. I'm not sure. And it is right. Be sure.
This is where you need to push through your fear. Push through your fear and just do it.
Yeah. So I think they're putting a lot of stuff out there, and he's just kind of like, no, that can't be it.
Okay, he's not ending it. He has expectations. I made a terrible mistake. He's from Portugal.
That's okay.
Portugal is on my bucket list. I want to go to Portugal.
Beautiful. I've never been there, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, I have pictures. I've seen it. It is on my bucket list. So I agree with you, Sabie. I've watched him grow up over the years, and your own worst enemy is yourself, because you put up barriers of, oh, I don't think I can do that.
That's exactly what it is, where he's just kind of like, yeah, no, that, and you can.
Yeah, you
can. This is the direction you need to go.
And they wouldn't be presented to you if you were not supposed to go that direction. So if you trip over your feet, that's okay, because that is only an experience that helps you learn what not to do.
Yeah.
Or to do.
It's a growing experience, a learning experience. Yeah.
It is. And I have to agree with Sabie. You can do this open-ended. If you heard what we were talking about before about people having expectations that it's supposed to go A, B, C, D, but it goes A, B, 1 to 5, and then D. Allow it to happen. Open end your expectation. Tell the universe out loud, if for some reason or other it works better out loud, exactly what you want, then trust. And how do you trust? You learn to listen to your heart. And if the heart says, yeah, that's right, go with it. If the heart says, yeah, no, I wouldn't, ignore it, no matter what everybody else tells you. You know what's best for you. Okay. But good luck with that. I'm pretty darn certain that within 6 months, you'll look back on this and go, wow, that was easy.
Should have done that in the first place. And that'll be okay, because you'll be right where you want to be at that point.
So anything that Jill says, what is that I'm not open to seeing? Anything that you say no to, you're not open to seeing it.
Yeah, what I'm getting is just some resistance, just some kind of stepping back and maybe overthinking something, right?
He does. Okay,
Yeah.
what I'm getting is there's times when he was like a 3-5-year-old that he was told, no, you can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's stuck in his psyche. So now you can't do that. And it's a really simple fix, actually. If you speak English really well and you can give me face-to-face time, like 15-20 minutes, we can maybe clear some space up for you to go forward. You can ask Sabie and ask Maddie if that works. But I would be willing to help you do that, Joe. But I need to see your face because I need to see how the energy moves. Jennifer says, I hope you're right about the daughter's situation. She's tried so hard to make it work. He doesn't spend much time with the baby and it doesn't work. I feel the negative attachments on him made it worse. Okay, that's a different fix. You can, if the attachments are on him and not in him, that can be got rid of.
Yeah.
And anybody in Wisdom Seekers can probably help you out with that. I think I'm about ready to call it quits. I am tired.
Were you putting something together there, Maddie?
Sorry?
We were waiting. Were you putting something together that we were waiting for?
Oh, yeah, moon.
Oh.
I kept talking, right? That's why
moon.
it would be really hard for me to do 3 days.
Just like a paragraph left.
So we're never going to do 3 days being quiet. Come on now, ladies.
Especially if we got together.
Right.
Not just the three of us. Heck, no.
Yep, it's not working.
Okay, so February 19th, the moon, it says moon at Perigee, Perigee,
How do you say that? Perigee? Apogee, perigee?
When the moon is at perigee, it's the closest to the Earth.
Yeah.
And since it's so close to the new moon, it makes the moon seem larger than usual. So we're going to be having a super moon.
That's early.
The new moon, the next new moon, I think is going to be yes. I'm just reading it for God's sake. Yes, February 19th.
But that's really early in the year to have
it's going to be the first supermoon of the year. So check out the light and take some great photos. And then we have February 20th, which is the new moon, and it's 1 degree of Pisces. I don't know what all that means. One of these days I'll learn.
Other people know that's good enough.
Well, that's what I think. This new moon is conjunct Saturn in a sextile to the North Node, giving it themes of working towards a goal and desire that is practical. Sometimes being practical and prudent is really the best path to take. There is a strong inner drive to be independent while living according to personal values with this chart. There is a draining energy also associated with this chart that could influence many doubts your way. Keep in mind that the doubts are teachers and not meant to stop you from your goals, which is what we were just saying to
Joel.
Yes. So keep in mind that the doubts are teachers and not meant to stop you from your goals, but are providing you with a time to cultivate your skills and talents so that you do things slightly different than planned, but you get to your destination.
Open-ended.
So
Yes.
it's a perfect ending to that conversation.
I love it when people agree with me.
I just
I
find
like-
though
I
that
like
this
it when
whole
they say
thing has
connected.
all joined together. Like everything that we have discussed and talked about is just
Yeah.
along
Like
the
I
same
said, all
lines.
kinds of synchronicities falling into each other, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, very good.
So Jennifer says, ladies, you have been so kind. Thank you so much. I love and appreciate you for taking the time to help me and others see things more clearly. My emotions get in the way of my intuition sometimes, and it does everybody.
Oh, when it's your children, especially when your
Especially,
children.
yeah.
Family's
Yeah.
hard. Yeah. And you've been with us for a long time, Jennifer. Of course we're going to. And
Your family.
Yeah, and this is how we're going to do interactives from now on. We're going to do it in such a, we're not going to do interactive because it's too hard. And when we get off, even now when we get off, we're going to go stumble around, say, what's there to eat? I need
I
something.
know I'm starving.
Oh, just me too. I'm thinking, oh my God, I don't even have anything.
I'm heading to Maddie's house.
Yeah, that's what Maddie's
I'm
house. She's
looking, I
got
have
best
nothing
food.
for dinner. It might be an order in kind of night.
Well, we've got not Papa John's.
Popeyes.
Popeyes.
Have you tried it yet?
Yes.
Is it good?
Yes.
We haven't tried it yet because every time we went there, the lineup was out to the road.
Oh, and
We actually had it for supper last night.
Okay, we have
Yeah.
got to try that.
I didn't have. There was a girl having the mac and cheese. She said it was.
I
pretty
love
good.
it.
I had French fries. The French fries are those really nice ones that
Okay.
PJs have with the crispy coating on it.
Okay. Yeah, Elle likes Mac.
But they have all kinds of sides. Like
Yeah,
there's
I know. I looked at them,
mashed potatoes.
and that's my thing. I love mashed potatoes.
Oh, I could use some mashed potatoes and gravy right now.
Uh-huh.
Where can I go?
Oh, we're hungry.
Well, that's the thing, people don't say we're just sitting here chatting, having a good time. We are.
And here we are talking
using energy, a lot of it.
Here we are talking about food, so we can never, it doesn't matter which platform we talk about or what we're doing, food always comes into the picture.
That's because I like food.
Well, even when we get together as a friend group, it revolves around food.
Well, Maddie makes the best finger foods I've ever eaten, ever.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
He does.
we'll have to have a get together when it's nice out and we can sit outside. And
yeah, one time you invited us over for something and there was no finger food there. When I left, I complained to Elle, there was no finger foods.
I never made food.
Well, yeah, the one time you just we came over and there was nothing. And I
Wow,
was just devastated.
That's pretty odd for me.
I know. But you gave us drinks. That was a couple of years ago. That's how devastated I am. But honest, yeah, no, I do.
It'll never happen again.
Never.
Even with it's just pickles, because for some reason or other you choose the really good pickles.
And the stuffed olives.
Yeah. So,
Yes, my poor olives have been sitting on the shelf since, haven't even been opened. I think I'm gonna have to start doing meditation night again.
I think Sabie would like that. And
I did. I enjoyed those so very much. And now my schedule at work is I'm done by 3 and I haven't really been taking any overtime at all. So, and I think we're going to keep it that way.
Perhaps I will think about that then. It's just I don't know if I can start writing meditations that long again after
Pull out some of your old ones.
I just pull out the old ones. They're old enough nobody remembers.
Well, yeah, I mean, I do have a lot to do. I can do that most definitely, but we're kind of throw a new one.
Let's do this. Hocus pocus, almagocus. Maddie's going to write amazing meditations that are an hour long.
No, half
an hour long. I'll be asleep.
Half an hour.
Maddie will be voiceless.
Okay. Elle says this: Hocus pocus, alamagocus. Maddie has a fantastic focus.
Good. I like that.
I like that one. I tell you, all these things are coming up that are just perfect.
Yeah. But life is meant to be fun. Really, we think we're supposed to be so serious, but actually we're just supposed to have fun. Well, no, that's not true. We can be serious occasionally. But we go in and we've got this. Oh, thank you, Bethany. That's awesome. Love to all. Finally, after 10 years, I made the decision to leave. Oh, okay, good for you. What does my guide say about my decision? Thank you. She's leaving Hugh. That's I'm assuming.
Definitely a good decision. Definitely. I see a lot of peace and a lot of fun.
Okay, I have a question for you, Sabie, because I left my husband.
Oh, I had no clue whether Q was a job or a husband or what it
No,
was.
no, it's leave Hugh, Hugh.
Oh, okay. All right.
My apologies. This is the rest of it will come in. There's the ups and downs. When you leave somebody, there's always ups and downs. There's a little bit. On the other side of that little bit of, did I do it right or did I do it wrong? It's going to be good. Monetarily, how is she going to do? Will the money balance? Will the living situation be comfortable and
it might be a little bit more of a struggle than what she's used to, but yes, it will be. She will be comfortable.
And the health benefits of leaving, it's to your benefit.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you'll get a lot of the positivity, a lot of the ability to deal with things. I don't know if you downsize or not. I don't think that's important. It's more important that the place I see you in is a place that you call home.
Yeah, I just see comfort and peace. Exactly. I really do. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get anything, Maddie?
Yeah, I got that too.
Okay, we're agreement. So
I just got a thumbs up.
Yeah. So
I'm agreeing.
Yeah. And the truth is, if you stay with Hugh, you will end up in the hospital. And what the outcome would be, I don't know. But with you leave him, the hospital is not in your future.
And I don't know.
At least if it is in your future, it's
for a different reason.
Yeah.
Not sure if this is relevant or not, but it says easy does it.
Yeah, it is. It's always take things as they come to you.
Yeah, it just says stop trying hard to control everything and all the doors will open for you. So just take it as it comes.
Yeah. So Jennifer Swab says Maddie's meditations are so relaxing and helpful.
Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate that so much.
Again, I'm gonna let's call it quits because, like I said, I'm
third time lucky.
I cannot say goodbye. I know that. But I cannot say. I can say hi, no problem. Jenna Tate says that I have to move that. These live scenes are always so comfy. It really is like a family here.
It is. Don't you feel like we're all just sitting in a living room chatting?
Yeah. Right? That's what we're trying to do. And it's like an old time farmer's bee where the women are shucking corn or building
shuffling cards.
Talking. That's how people in the old days kept their minds on healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're doing. Bethany says, so true. Thank you, ladies. It was a tough one, as I am always concerned about spiritual contacts. Easy fix. Do a meditation, go up to the Life Between Lives, look for the Hall of Records, find all your contracts, demolish the suckers. Really. And
rip them up, burn them.
And then put what's left over up to the universe, okay? Jennifer says, so until next time, and say until next time instead of goodbye. That's a good choice.
I was going to say adios.
I don't want to do this dance with him. I agree. It is over. It's done. You've learned your lesson. Your contract is
expired.
go to the time between times, get rid of the contracts. And there might be millions of them. Get rid of every single one of them. Got that, right? And Bethany says, haha, I will do. Yes. I make people do that all the time. Another thing I do is make people swear, and then they get very embarrassed. It's kind of fun. Anyhow, namaste. Namasko. Thank you ever so much, ladies and people on the. I love being here with you all.
This was fun.
It was always fun. I'll listen back to this when I'm in my bath tonight, and it's going to be an hour of entertainment.
Yeah. So Jennifer's love you, lovely ladies.